The Captain Ashok Mahapatra produced film, Joseph, Born and Grace, has bagged the award for Best Set Design at the Madrid International Film Festival 2020. The Victor Banerjee starrer has been screened at several global film fests and was also nominated to the Oscars. Captain Mahapatra retired as Director, Maritime Safety Division of the International Maritime Organization, which is a United Nations body.
Following my retirement from the IMO in 2018 and after 45 years in the shipping industry, I went ahead to fulfill a long cherished dream, that is making a film based on a short story written by my father, Umakant Mahapatra. The film Joseph, Born in Grace has been at 11 international film festivals and has won the Silver Emmy Award at the World Fest Houston, and just this weekend we have won the Best Set Design at the Madrid International Film Festival. I hope you guys get to watch the film when you get a chance.
मुझसे डरते हो कि अछूत समझते हो?
तुम भी औरों की तरह सोचती हो
कि मैं पागल हो रहा हूँ? मुझे तो लगता है फादर वो अपनी माँ को नहीं भूल पा रहा है.
Hello and welcome to the 30th edition of Marex Maritime News Bulletin. These are the headlines on 7th of September 2020. Lawyers ask judge to throw out Nandeshwar charges. Ivory Infratech owned vessel in dramatic rescue of 9. Australia bans 5 vessels for MLC non-compliance. More than 10,000 young merchant navy trainees jobless. Singapore sets up floating crew holding facility. Masa and Fosma donate Rs 25 lakhs to CM COVID fund. And now the news in detail. Lawyers for the captain of the shipwrecked vessel MV Wakashio has asked a judge to drop charges against their client in relation to the grounding that has resulted in an environmental disaster for the island nation of Mauritius. Sunil Kumar Nandeshwar, the captain of the ship, was in court in the capital, Port Louis, on Tuesday to face charges of endangering safe navigation under the country's Piracy and Maritime Violence Act. However, the defense has argued that the charges do not hold water and should be thrown out.
The issue of Captain Sunil Kumar Nandeshwar, Master of MB Bakshio, is being closely monitored by the Maritime Union of India. We are in touch with the barrister who is representing the case of Captain Nandeshwar. Shri R.P. Singh, Consul of Indian High Commission, also met Captain Nandeshwar. We appreciate this action and would like to thank Office of the High Commission of India in Mauritius at Port Louis. Captain Nandeshwar has spoken with his wife and his daughter. He is in good health. MUI is in touch with Dr. Namrata Nandeshwar, wife of Captain Nandeshwar, and they appreciate the fact that the proceedings are being carried out well till date. The next hearing is on 8 September and it is too early to come in any conclusion at present, but we are hopeful that justice and fairness will prevail.
iMarine Infratech owned vessel MV Calypso Fortune was amidst a dramatic rescue operation recently. 9 persons aboard the wooden boat Norani 2, which started sinking after engine failure on the Gujarat coast near the port of Shika, were rescued by the captain and crew of the MV Calypso Fortune.
This incident happened on 29th August between 1 to 4 a.m. in the early morning hours, and we are proud of our master and crew. We have issued rewards and certificate of appreciation. Our charterers, Sikka Ports and Terminals also appreciated the company and harbour crew for a job well done. Let me take you through this incident. You see, Nurani 2 was on way to supply provisions to vessel Maersk Tangier, and VTS Sikka intimated at about 1 a.m. that boat was taking in water. and crew needs to be rescued. It's a grave situation. Vessels from Wadinar would have taken much longer time to reach the place. The position was about 9 nautical miles west of port limit of Sikka, and Calypso Fortune reached the boat position by about 3 a.m. within 2 hours of this declaration of emergency, and rescued all of 9 persons on board. Within minutes after that, Nurani 2 sank, and by 4 a.m., all men were transferred to another boat safely, and our vessel resumed her normal operations. I would say this is a classic example of highly coordinated and successful operation between VTS, our charterers, and good vigilance by our master and crew. It speaks volumes of good emergency preparedness in view of regular drills, and we salute the master and crew for this act of bravery at sea.
The Australian agency AMSA has banned several vessels recently for non-compliance with MLC rules. AMSA's General Manager Operations, Alan Schwartz, said, "We are sending a simple message to operators. Pay your crew properly, treat them respectfully, and comply with the requirements of the Maritime Labour Convention, or you will not be welcome in Australia." It is estimated that more than 10,000 young Merchant Navy trainees in India are suffering as they have no jobs. After qualifying from pre-sea training institutes approved by the Directorate General of Shipping, these pass-outs find themselves up against a wall as they are unable to get a training berth aboard ships. Typically, each such candidate will have spent anything between rupees 2 to 12 lakhs on pre-sea training and perhaps an illegal payment to an agent ranging between rupees 3 to 5 lakhs. The Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore, with support of PSA Singapore, will use an existing floating accommodations to set up a crew facilitation center at Tanjong Pagar Terminal. The CFC is a self-contained facility with medical center, COVID-19 testing and holding facilities, dedicated to sign-on crew to house them for 48 hours prior to them boarding their ships when their ship and flight schedule do not match. MPA and the CFC will facilitate more crew changes to take place in Singapore and keep both the ships and local communities safe. Singapore will fund this project to the tune of 1 million Sing dollars.
Good day. Traditionally, Singapore has been the preferred crew change hub for vessels trading between the Far East and the West. During the COVID restrictions, Singapore did start facilitation controlled crew changes, but soon the status changed to only most essential requirements. For example, a person who has done 11 months plus than urgent medical cases only. So this means that a seafarer on board who's done 9 months or 10 months was still not eligible to be changed in Singapore. This became a very undesirable situation for seafarers as well as shipping companies. Of course, however, here, as mentioned before, I would laud the efforts and active support of DGS for getting the necessary approvals for crew changes at Indian ports, as well as a large number of chartered flights. This resulted in more than 1 lakh crew changes in just over 3 months. This is highly commendable. The teams at RPS companies, in coordination with chartered flight operators, need to be equally lauded for this hard work 24/7 to accomplish such challenging tasks. Now, this is good news that Singapore MPA, with support of PSA Singapore, have devised ways to maximize crew changes. The floating facility will be a boon to the maritime industry.
MASA and FOSMA have teamed up to donate a stupendous amount of Rs 25 lakhs to the Maharashtra State Chief Minister's Fund COVID-19. At a brief ceremony, the Maharashtra CM Uddhav Thackeray accepted the donation check and thanked the two organizations for their continued generosity and sensitivity to the situation. Having already jointly donated Rs 12.4 lakhs earlier this year, the MASA-FOSMA total donation now stands at a remarkable Rs 37.4 lakhs. MASA and FOSMA member companies together provide employment to 75% of all Indian seafarers. MASA is headed by Captain Prashant Vartak, while the FOSMA chairman is Mr. Sanjay Bhavnani.
I welcome the gesture of MASA and FOSMA to decide to donate to the Maharashtra Chief Minister's COVID-19 fund. It is a great maritime gesture for maritime community to help the common man in fighting with the pandemic as big as COVID. COVID has really brought everything to standstill, and whoever can contribute to it has been seen in a great gesture. I would certainly feel that maritime community has always been upfront, helping everyone, and helping a common man in Mumbai and in Maharashtra, where the companies are located, where the shipping companies operate, is a great gesture. And this will give maritime a required visibility and also bring out the awareness about maritime sector in the common man and in normal public. This is a very thoughtful thing that MASA and FOSMA has done. I congratulate the leadership of MASA and FOSMA, and I hope many organizations come forward forthwith to help the common man who's fighting with COVID and such a natural calamities in near future in case it happens. Maritime sector is always there to help them.
Ice One India has released a YouTube video to sensitize Indian seafarers to join ships through only registered manning agencies, which are RPS licensed manning companies. This video narrates a story of 6 Indian seafarers who have been abandoned on an arrested vessel for the last 18 months.
A crew of 6 Indian seafarers is on board an arrested vessel for the last 18 months. The vessel was arrested by the court for non-payment of loan by owner, and after the arrest, the owner has completely abandoned the vessel. The 6 crew members who were asked to stay on board as per the minimum money requirement are tired and pleading for justice. The PNI Club is supporting the seafarers by providing them with bunker, essential supplies, wages for 4 months, and they have also appointed a lawyer for the case.
हम लोगों का भी हालत बहुत ख़राब हो चुका है। शिप का जनरेटर सिर्फ खाना बनाने के लिए ही चालू होता है। शिप की मैक्सिमम मशीनरी आउट ऑफ ऑर्डर है। शिप का सैनिटरी सिस्टम है, टॉयलेट जितना भी है यहाँ पे सब ख़राब हो चुका है। इसलिए हम लोग को यहाँ बाहर, ये आप देख रहे हैं, यहाँ पे हम लोग को टॉयलेट करना पड़ता है डेली। सब कुछ ख़राब हो चुका है यहाँ पे।
The main arresting party is the one in charge of the crew in the absence of owners. Despite the repetitive attempts by various stakeholders, the arresting party has shown no support in facilitating crew change. Ice One is working with various stakeholders and supporting the seafarers with the required guidance. We request the seafarers to sign a contract only with the registered crewing agencies to eliminate the risk of fraudulent practices, abandonment and loss of wages. Join us in our campaign against non-registered agencies in India. Thank you.
A Japanese consortium headed by NYK Line plans to develop and deploy a 100-passenger tour boat powered by electric batteries and hydrogen fuel cells. It will be Japan's first fuel cell venture with a vessel this large. The consortium will begin a feasibility study for the project this month, followed by design work on the boat and its hydrogen fuel supply system in 2021. Construction is expected to start in 2023 and pilot operation of the vessel at the port of Yokohama is scheduled to begin in 2024. NYK's partners include Toshiba, which has a long history in hydrogen cell fuel cell technology, and INEOS, which specializes in hydrogen fuel supply infrastructure. Class NK will provide class services for the project. The Indian Register of Shipping IR class has commended Kanagawa Dockyard Company Limited, Kobe, Japan, on the successful delivery of tug Dolphin number 29. This is the fourth in a series of 13 tugs built for the Adani Group. The tug will be engaged in mooring and towing work for berthing and unberthing at the Adani Vizhinjam port on the southwest coast of India.
Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you for watching this news bulletin. See you all next Monday.